Hey dancers, it's Pamela Crane here with Interoceptive Performance, and today we are going to do a little bit of a grounding exercise, and this can help you with sort of feeling the sensation of the earth. It gives you proprioception, which means the ability to feel where you are in space, and that can be useful for having better turns and leaps and all of those kinds of things. Another great benefit of this grounding exercise is that it can help with general anxiety and performance anxiety. So it is a great thing to do right before you have a performance if you're feeling a little anxious. So we'll start in a standing position. So you can stand with your feet about hip width apart, and that's directly under your hip bones. Roll the shoulders back and down and just let your hands sort of release. And take a moment and just kind of lift your toes, spread them out as wide as you can, and then place each toe onto the ground individually. And then just lift your heels and let them flop back down. And now you can relax your feet and just sort of feel them in the space, in the world, so to speak. And if it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes. If you'd rather, you can cast your gaze down at the floor. But keep the shoulders sort of back and down and the ears back over the shoulders so we have a good posture. And so the first thing I want you to do is start to notice your breath. Notice how your breath is coming in and how your breath is going out. And just find that sensation of the breath. And then as you are noticing that breath, maybe you start to change it. Maybe you bring the breath in deeper. And then exhale longer. So maybe if you count to 4 on your inhale, you exhale on 6. So the extended exhale puts us in what they call a parasympathetic nervous system state. And that is a rest and relaxation state. And that doesn't mean low energy, but it does mean that you're not in a fight or flight or a tense place. And finding that relaxation space can be really great for having great performance. And with your eyes closed and feeling those breaths coming in and out, and start to do a scan of your body. So what we're going to do is not necessarily change, but we're noticing sensations that you may be feeling. So you'll start at the crown of your head. That's the top of your head. You can start to notice how that feels. If you feel tension, maybe it releases, but maybe you just notice it. If you feel pain, you can notice it and maybe have curiosity around it. Move into the forehead, the temples, the eyes, cheeks, jaw, lips, chin, and throat. Noticing in the shoulders, the upper back, chest, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, and fingers. And tuning into the abdomen, the pelvis, the hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, toes. Really notice the sensation of your feet on the ground. Notice the outline of your feet. Notice the sensation of each of the toes touching the ground. Notice if one part of your foot is placing more pressure into the ground than another. Notice the heel. And also notice the muscles in your legs. What are they doing to keep you in this standing position? Can you really tune in to each and every muscle of the leg? Can you tune into the muscles of the back and the hips, and even the shoulders and the front of the torso? And now direct that energy down through the legs, through the feet, deep into the earth, as if you were sending energy to the core center of the earth, or maybe even through it and out the other side. And how does it feel to be connected in that way to the earth? Now think about how it feels when you bend your knees, but you're still connected in that way to the earth. What happens when you bend your knees? What do the muscles do to make that happen? And then when you start to straighten your knees, really feel that pressing against the earth. Feel the sensations of your feet in the ground. And again, just bend your knees. Notice what happens in the feet. And then straighten the knees, feeling the earth beneath you. One more time, bending, noticing. And then extending back to straight. And this sense of grounding and feeling the earth, but knowing that you're not stuck. Knowing that that connection with the earth can be broken at any point. So when you bend your knees again as you go in, this time as you start to straighten, imagine pushing the earth away from you into space. What happens to the muscles when you have that sensation of really pushing the earth away? And again, as you bend, if you were going to jump, what kind of force would you put into the earth as you jump to lift off? And you don't have to jump to imagine that sensation. Again, you bend, you're really pressing the earth as if you're going to push it off into space, feeling the connection, feeling the sensation in the ground. And then you can start to relax back in. Maybe visualizing yourself with that connection, and then visualizing yourself soaring from pushing the earth away. See yourself with the nice big jump, or see yourself connected to the ground in your turns, knowing that you have the power, you have agency to do all of the things you want to do by tuning into your connection in space. Take a big breath in and a long exhale out. Remember, the extended exhale brings us into rest and relaxation. And you can start to wiggle your toes and just notice that lightness when you pick your feet off the ground. What sensations then do you feel? Do you feel the air underneath your feet? And then just take a big breath, reaching high to the sky. Exhale, stretch. And one more big breath in. And stretch. So you can practice this anytime you are feeling disconnected, anytime you feel like you're a little flighty or sort of all over the place. If you're practicing and everything's great in the studio, but you're ready to go on stage and it's all falling apart, this is a way for you to ground and tune in to the earth and the sensations of being strong and stable. So, hope you like it. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and you can find me at interoceptiveperformance.com or at interoceptiveperformance on all of the socials, and that's INTEROCEPTIVE performance, and my name is Pamela Crane. Thank you.